Good evening. Well, indeed. Good evening. I mean, you see just lots of smiles this morning, definitely last night. And it's from both our clubs. This is the Burnley preview. Let's make our rounds. First things first, change this order. There we go. We got JC.
Yo, I'm here. I didn't die on my way home. I got through Brixton all right. You know, it is what it is, but you know, it's all worth it. You know, beating man like Woy 4-1, so it's worth it. And remember, I always back Zaha as a striker. Remember, I said that, yeah. Never in doubt.
Mr. Statman Dan, all the way from Brazil. Well, have you moved yet? Because you were going to Peru next, wasn't it?
I moved because I moved because the Wi-Fi is better in here.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all good. You?
Yeah, can't complain. And
this morning, the first thing I did was get up, watch the highlights again.
Oh yeah, I did that, and I watched all the interviews all back to back as well.
I won't lie, there was wet play today at school, innit? I put it on for the kids in my class. They had to watch it.
Love it. I respect that.
Oh, they're like, Sir, what you doing? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just analyze the game.
All right, tell me the formation and tell me who celebrates best.
Take notes. What angle did Saha shoot from?
Get the protractors out, kids.
He put it bottom bin, sir.
Palace scored 4. What the score 1? What's the difference? Yeah, correct. So it is 3 points. Anyway. We got a special guest. We had to have him back as the Burnley representative. Mr. One Chip Challenge himself. Oh, I should have linked that into the description. No, I'm going to make sure I do that. I'm going to put it in the comments. People want to see it. It was legendary. Dan, it's a pleasure to have you back on the show.
I'm honoured to be back. I absolutely love everything that you're doing, Rich. It's just quality, and I can't wait to discuss this game because we both seem to have hit form at the right time.
No, we sure have. But I've got to make a clear statement. I couldn't do this without Jordan, Nate, and Statman Dan as well, to be fair. So it's everyone else around the channel that makes it what it is and stuff. So
it certainly does. It really does.
Right, let's get into some comments before we actually talk football.
Nice.
Big up Nate. Nate unfortunately couldn't make it tonight. He's on the night shift and none of his colleagues have turned up.
He's been left out to dry.
That is so big.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Say that he's Mr. Lonely. He also says it's a huge game. And a winner, we take one significant strike towards safety. Our opponents are no mugs, so expecting this to be a battle and a half, but commonly palace. And this is why I'm extremely happy we won yesterday. Because of the two, I always felt that this Burnley game was going to be a harder one. Had we not beaten Watford, Oh my.
Stress levels are high.
Crazy. Big up
Stress
Sean.
levels.
You should have known you were going to get a win. Agent Y, straight in there.
Spot on. But you know what? As Nate always says, we are charity professional FC now. That's what CPFC stands for.
I was very happy when full time hit and everyone was singing "Roy is a Palace fan." Roy is a Palace fan.
Yeah, I heard that on the thing. I love it.
So big up Sean all the way from Jamaica. Big up Neil all the way from JC's front room. Big time, mate. Virtually safe. Obviously Dan's missus. Big up Kate. Thanks for tuning in.
She's everywhere, honestly.
That's what you call a loyal wife.
A supportive one.
And a very supportive one too.
To be fair, she did make me the brew before she came in. She made a brew, said, right, I'll go upstairs with the kids. All like, yeah, nice one.
Look at that. Amazing. To be fair, my wife's doing the girls' hair. That's why, unfortunately, my little one's screaming. Welcome, Henry. Big up, Munzie. You're not driving, are you? I'm always reminded of that. You know? Man, Munzie's a legend. It was a fantastic day yesterday. Alice even took their pub as well.
No, we did. Yeah, because we was all singing our songs in the pub. Yeah, we was all singing our songs in the pub, and then some Watford fan went, "Oh, North London," and then all the Palace fans went, "It's full of shit."
Love it.
Welcome, Alfie. I can't wait for next season. Please make me happy again, Watford. I don't know how that's going to work. I do feel sorry for you only because of your own owners. Your owners are terrible.
If you didn't chop and change managers, you wouldn't be in this situation right now.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But let's give the floor to our guests to talk about the result yesterday. First and foremost, you must be buzzing because I think that's no. We have to do this properly. Sorry. You have to talk about the game against the Seaweeds. I'm gonna give you full screen. We need to hear this.
Full screen. Fill the full screen.
What
happened?
It was absolutely amazing. You've gone down to the Amex, right, where literally they've lost 5 all season at that point, and you're just like banging, like literally. If we get a result here, we smashed it. First one went in, and I thought, oh, typical Burnley Arsenal fallout, we'll get beat. Second one went in, I'm like, whoa! Like this point, I'm just like, what's going on? Like none of the goals were even hoofball either. It was like actual football. I'm like, shit! I'm watching Burnley play football. Shit, what's happening? And then the third one went in, and now I just sort of had to spend the next 20 minutes picking my jaw up off the floor whilst watching this absolute masterclass. I mean, Harry Potter had no fucking spell to deal with that, did he? None at all. None whatsoever. I mean, you know what? They were shit. They were awful. And I'm glad that their manager and Adam Lallana came out afterwards and said, you know what, we were poor, and literally spent half of their time in the interview commending how well Burnley played. But what a performance. I'd never expected us to go on this run. We've actually gone from like a team that looks destined to go down, absolute dead, to all of a sudden like somebody's just put the defib machine on 11 players and literally got them going again. Madness, absolute mad times. So to get that win, that was like, yeah, okay, we've got another win. Yesterday's game was sort of a free hit, and then we got that result as well. And I'm literally, you know that video of that Newcastle fan that were caught in the stand windmilling? That was like me, literally in the front room, stood there like, I'm like, I was buzzing, absolutely buzzing. I mean, yeah, where's this come from? I haven't a sodding clue where it's come from. I just want to say a big, massive thank you to Newcastle for attempting to try and weaken us and basically strengthening us. You are absolutely amazing. Keep it up. If you want Dale Stevens from us, take him because he's shit. Anybody else you want to take Newcastle? If you want to put silly money,
how much you want to charge for them? Wood was 25 million.
I'll take 19 and I'll drive him there.
It's not that far on the drive, so that's all right.
Brilliant. Well, our owners, we got Parish, Texter, the main two. 2 out of 4 haven't we got? And how are they so different? They care about the club. As simple as that.
Yeah.
You know. How about your owners? Because beforehand, I know you had a bit of a
definitely.
Oh yeah, before ours, we had literally, yeah, exactly. That 25 million for a striker that literally just meows at defenders. You know what? I'm going to say it's typical Burnley. I've been screaming that we need pace up front. Instead, we get Alan Pace in the boardroom. It's like, yeah, not the sort of pace I wanted, but I'll go with it. He's come in. The last chairman was an absolute disgrace. Honestly, he's the sort of parent that would send you to the shop and you say, "Can I spend the change?" He'd smack you around the head and say, "Don't be stupid. You're not eating into my beer tokens, never." So to have this chairman come in and he's actually done bits. He's actually gone out and flown out to these foreign countries to try and get these foreign players to sign for us. Where before we'd be like, "Do you want to come to Burnley?" I mean, don't look on Google. It's a shithole on Google, but just come to us and see for yourself. And yeah, it's just absolutely massive. What a change. I think it'll be difficult if we do go down because of there's a clause apparently in the contract where he could give the club back to the old owner, which is very, very worrying. So fingers crossed we don't go down because I don't want that to happen because then we'd just be in dire straits again.
Mm. Do you think that, as you said, that losing Wood and bringing in Weghorst and how that's changed your form, do you think that could keep you up or?
Yeah. It's as I've said to a few people, I think Weghorst is a bit like Harry Kane. And when I say this, I don't mean in the same calibre of player. I just mean in terms of his game, where he drops deep into the midfield. He tries to orchestrate the wingers, so the wingers come in as well. He's just changed. I mean, if you watched him against Spurs, I know you'll have been watching your own game last night, but he never gave the ball away. At one point, I think he had about 4 Spurs players around him and still ended up with the ball at his feet. He's completely changed us. I thought Cornet was a game changer, but adding that something extra up top as well has got us firing on all cylinders. We could have had 2 or 3 in that game. So to get something and see the game out, Spurs were poor. I don't even think we let them play their game, to be honest, either. They just couldn't get the ball down. It was just perfect Burnley weather as well, though, and the missus will slate me for that because it's British weather, not Burnley weather. No, it is Burnley weather. A light dust in the snow around here is summer, right? Honestly, that was lashing it down, wind pissing down. Literally, it was horrible. That was not what Spurs want. Honestly, they'd have played with coats on if they had a choice.
Oh man, Rich, I think you're muted.
Yeah, can you imagine? I actually tried to unmute and I went and removed myself. Typical. There's so much going on and such. So yeah, and obviously we had our match reaction yesterday, and it kind of obviously brings us to a very, very huge game on the weekend. And let's take the Palace outlook on it. How are we going to deal with their set pieces?
We won't. That's the short and sweet of it, really. It's if we do not play Benteke and Kouyaté, we've got no chance. And I don't think any Palace fan will disagree with me, because Watford had one man, Sissoko, and guess who scored from one corner? Sissoko. And what have Burnley got? Traditionally, they've got very big centre backs. They got Weghurst, which is 6'7". He's taller than every player on the pitch.
We've got gigantic balls. For once, we have bollocks. We have something to scream about. We actually are playing football, honestly.
All right,
bon
Tredini.
appetit.
But yeah, we are not going to deal with these corners, free kicks. Any set piece is going to go Burnley's way.
You know, I did a bit of numbers on it, and I was actually surprised. Apparently, and I don't know if this is it wrong, so Dan, you can tell me whether I'm talking nonsense or not. But apparently, Burnley have only scored from 3 corners this season and 1 free kick. Yeah, I was quite shocked. So yeah, I know, I was shocked. So, and of those 4, I think 3 of them were against us in the last game.
Charity professional football club.
but yeah, surprised. We've got the same amount of corner goals and free kick goals as Burnley. I was quite surprised.
But it still doesn't take out the fact that they will be a massive threat, and they've got multiple guys they can target, and we've got 2 or 3 guys that could probably be able to defend it. We just got to hope that the ball in is crap, because if the ball in crap, then it don't matter who's in the box.
See, that's the strange thing about this game, because usually you're expecting a Burnley team that's dogged, that is pretty much set up defensively, not getting on the front foot. And now you're getting a Burnley that's actually getting the ball down, playing it to feet, trying to, bring Weghurst into the game, who's then obviously turning on a sixpence, trying to find everybody else. And you're just like, what's changed at Burnley? Like, where's this mentality changed? And you're looking at it, the opposition, thinking, right, we're getting a completely different game to what we're expecting from Burnley here.
Well, you can kind of say that from our point of view as well, because when we had Hodgson, we played the exact same way, just dead counter-attack football, and that's it. Hoof it to Benteke and really just fingers crossed, hope for the best. But now you've got. I've got a feeling that Dyche has always wanted to play this style of football. It's just that he's never had the caliber of player to play this style of football. And I think that now you've got the new owners, and you've spent a bit more money on players, that you can actually play this style of football that he's always wanted to play.
Yeah, I still think we're missing like a cam. I think we're missing a cam player in there. I think you've got to. I've said it numerous times, and that pretty much we're like the retirement centre in the Premier League. Your final crack at Premier League football is come to Turf Moor, and that's got to change. We've got to get rid of sort of the deadwood. I mean, fair enough, they are adjusting to the more physical game, shall we say, instead of just having to stand there and hoof the ball for 90 minutes. They're having to start putting shifts in, play the one touch, try and find the pass, try and make a move into that pocket of space, which we're not used to. We're not used to seeing. We're used to them just standing still and going, "Hey mate, are you ready for it?" and then just pump it long. It's I was so tempted to go, "You're ready for this." Oh, I love it when Burnley win. It puts me in a well good mood. It was just tea. It was just tea, I swear.
Just tea.
I'm hoping you come with this new style of play to Selhurst rather than Route 1. And I think if you go Route 1, I think we're in trouble.
Yeah, I think if you play the old Burnley way, you'll smash us. However, if you play this new way, I think we've got more of a chance. Because defending on the floor, we're actually pretty all right. But
good.
Anything in the air, finished completely.
Literally.
That's the one thing we've found out about Weghurst, though. Like, as decent as he is, for a big lad, he's shit at heading.
So you
He's
say the same
heading-
thing for Mateta, can't you? He's whack with his head, but he's actually pretty decent ball to feet.
Yeah.
German Crouchy.
Oh gosh.
And this is it. Obviously,
But
we
he's
know
one-
the we know the obvious threat of Cornet. But where do you think this time round? Because obviously last time it was literally like it was a shootout. It was like just back and forth. In a sense. Do you think this game's going to be any different to the game at Turf Moor?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, hopefully the scoreline's going to be different. Can't be having another 6-goal thriller, can we?
Why not?
I mean, I'm all for it as long as it goes Burnley 6, Palace 0. I'll take that every day of the week. However, I can't see that. Bloody hell, I was surprised Burnley managed to put 3 past the Seaweeds, let alone. Don't worry, Nate. I have remembered. You could not say the B word.
Yes, I love it.
That's all right. A few of us have slipped up anyway.
to be fair, I just think that Cornet's touch and go for the game on Saturday. So that could be a blessing in disguise for you guys. However, we didn't have Cornet against Spurs and we still managed to grind a result. So I suppose it goes to show about, where we both are in the league as well. It's going to be a case of who wants it more on the day, really. I think form goes out of the window now, doesn't it? These sort of games where you're scrapping for your life, and I mean, even teams that have a big fat R against the name, sometimes end up getting results against big teams. I remember back in 2009, funnily enough, Spurs went 2-0 up against us. We beat them 4-2. We were already relegated at that point. They had goals from Bale and Modric, and we ended up beating them 4-2 with goals from Chris Eagles and Martin Patterson of all shitbags. So what's going on? Yeah, exactly.
That's a front
Hey.
No, honestly, I mean, on this note, on JC, yeah, because obviously you at the ground. How quick was their evacuation?
It was. I don't know if you heard all the fans, but the cheerio that was loud, and that happened straight after. It was literally. I'll say it like this: Zaha's first goal, the net rippled. You looked around the stadium; it was like fucking Watford celebrated. Everyone just stood up and was gone. It was all just like simultaneous. It was like Watford celebrated a goal, but they were all going out. Like people were queuing just to get down the stairs and out of the stadium. It was a bit embarrassing. Like I'm like we're going mental, and them man are gone. And I swear we was going cheerio for like 10 minutes. And honestly, when the final whistle blew, I'm sure that there were more fans in the away end than there was in the rest of the stadium. It was
Jesus.
empty. When I walked out of the stadium, the streets were nearly empty. It was just Palace fans. There was no Watford fans. And also,
Wow.
talking about the with what Nate said about the atmosphere. Listen, they had their drum going through the speakers, and you still couldn't hear these, man. It sounded like a heartbeat. It weren't no drum. It was just dun, 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 dun. And then every single song they did, it was just a copy of what our song was, but just Watford, and that's it. Like we're shouting Eagles, they're going Watford. They're not even saying Hornets. They're thinking, "Oh, you useless bastards! What are you doing?" And then there was one point in the game where Harry the Hornet had the bloody drum. that was funny.
Could you imagine that?
I bet you Roy is chuffed with that, isn't he?
Could you imagine Pete the Eagle just going up to the HF like, "Come on, it's my
Arsenal
turn
were
now."
losing. Who are they playing?
Wolves.
Oh,
Have you seen
to be fair.
Mate,
form?
Yeah,
Mate, Wolves are mad.
They're moving quietly.
It's crazy. Defensively, they're the best team in the league, in my opinion. Like they're
it makes our
absolutely mad.
2-0 winning. It looks like our 2-0 win against them is one of our results of the season at this point.
I genuinely think so. Like
they're an outside shout for top 4 this year.
And they've had a goal disallowed as well by VAR.
Oh, they're slapping them. Phew.
Wow.
I might need to
And
put some
They're,
Wolves
they're, a
players.
good, they're a good side.
linking up that
They're a
table.
good side.
Absolutely
And it's
spot
gone
on.
unnoticed as well, completely.
That's the thing.
Definitely.
No one paid them any mind. Dan, what's the secret to us winning Saturday?
Kick us early. Let us know you're there. Let us know you're there early on.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
I forgot there's two Dans.
All right.
That's
We'll
what I
start
went
with,
We'll go
with,
Dan before, and then Statman
Dan,
Dan will come in after.
Statman Dan. That's what we'll call you,
All right.
Statman Dan. Go on, Dan.
Yeah, I just think you should get in our face early. Really take the game to us. Make us try and sort of alienate our game because we like to press from the first whistle. The earlier you do it, the more we'll sort of start backtracking and have to go into like defensive mode. And from that point, you'll just take the game to us. And I can see you just getting a result based on that. To be fair. I couldn't really say much more than that. You can it's strange because all you have to do is press us, and we panic. We saw it in the second half against Spurs. They came out, got on the front foot, and that rate it was like 11 men behind the ball. So yeah, do that, and you'll get a result.
Fair dues. Statman Dan.
I think step one, play Jimmy Mack. Step two, I think as Dan just said there, if they're panicking when people press them, then obviously that's the way to go. If however, as long as we don't do what we have been doing and sitting off in the first half, then if we sit off, then I think we could let Burnley in. Whereas I think if we go as hard as we did in the Chelsea first half, I think it was Chelsea, and even yesterday-ish in the first half, I think that's where we can win. Because as well, we don't do well when we've lost. When we're losing the first half, either we don't come back into games. So I think we need to start early and start quick. And I'm hoping Jimmy Mack didn't play yesterday because he's hoping to play a full 90 on Saturday.
I hope it's the same case for Edouard and Benteke as well.
If Edouard doesn't start, I start to wonder.
I don't personally. I think that obviously you always give a player from a league outside the Premier League at least one season to get adjusted completely. And especially going from Scotland to the Premier League, it's a massive jump. Like you saw with Robertson, he took 2 years at Hull and then getting relegated to even have a shout at being any good at Liverpool. And listen, Eddie's already got 6 goals and a couple of assists from the wing mostly, and an out of position player getting that kind of goal return on his first year in the Premier League, and he's only 24. And you see how confident he looks on the ball and how strong he is. I think that next season is when we'll see the best of him, but I still think he's more than good enough now. But this game's probably more of a Benteke game to me because he played really well against Burnley at Turf Moor.
I'm going to say this is the sort of game that just screams Benteke for me because he just seems to turn up against us for some reason. I don't know why. Probably why you didn't want to sell him to us, to be honest. When we came sniffing, but to be fair, yeah, this has got a game screaming Benteke. I do like Edouard. To be fair, I think he's quality, but as you say, he does need that. Get that pre-season under his belt, go again in a full season, sort of adjust, and then he should be fine.
Yeah, remember when we originally bought Benteke and he changed all his social media stuff to Burnley because he thought he was going to Burnley, but he actually came to us. He's like, "Oh, sorry, wrong team, fucking wrong end of the country, mate."
Oh, Big Ben, bless him. I've got a good stat about Edouard. He scores or has an assist every 60 touches of the ball.
Wow.
Because I did it originally, so I wanted to see what Weghorst was, and his is 66 touches, and I was going to get a comparison player. And Edwards is 60. It's every 60 touches he scores a goal, and makes an assist.
Wow.
So if you look at it that way, then you're thinking that Edwards.
If Edwards starts this game, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think that there's any issue with Edwards. As well, what I was saying earlier, he's got load, and he's playing out of position as well, and he's getting that kind of goal return. So imagine if we play him consistently up front, it could be even less touches per goal.
Bet me, James Tarkowski, if you're watching, don't let Edouard get a touch in the game. Please, whatever you do, do not let Edouard get a touch in the game.
Dan, do you know how many touches he's had since he's last scored, by any chance?
I don't even want to know.
What's 59 and his first touch of score?
I'm going to spend all game on Saturday now counting how many touches he has.
I think in his first game against Spurs, I think he must have only had about 5 touches and he scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was his third touch where he scored his first goal.
Yeah, something like that.
He chested it down, and then the second pass was he passed it to Zaha, then he got in the middle, and then he struck it. Touch and shoot, and that's it.
That was nuts. I love that goal.
Yeah, mate, I love the FIFA card they gave him. That was brilliant.
Dana, we raved about Cornet when we obviously spoke about Burnley last time round. I mean, minus the fact that he pointed at the wrong part of his kit.
He pointed at the Umbro.
So what's your views on Michael Olise?
I like him, mate. I think you've got to look at Palace in general, the fact that they've brought these players in from the Championship. It's so difficult now to bring these players in from the Championship because, as I said before, these clubs in the Championship are demanding mega bucks now just for like a good 3 games from a player, and it's ridiculous. But you seem to be quite solid at doing stuff like that. You were the same under Roy. You've sort of Vieira's not had a war chest, but he's had money to spend in terms of bringing players in, and I do like the look. I do like the look of him. I do still think that there's a bit of grounding with him. You know, he's still young enough to adapt and things like that. But yeah, I think you've got a quality player there.
Who's playing left back for you?
Eric Peters at the moment.
At the moment.
I like those odds.
It's Eric Peters at the moment, and I'll tell you what, he's been outstanding. He's kept Charlie Taylor out. I mean, okay, Charlie Taylor's been injured, but he's starting to come back. I don't think you could drop Eric Peters at this moment. If you've managed to keep Ronaldo, you've managed to keep Salah, you've managed to keep Moura, Son quiet in the last couple of games. I'm not being funny, but I fancy my chances. Although for me, the best thing is if you run at him, he shits himself and he backs off a little bit. That's the only bugbear I have with Eric Peters. He stands off a bit too much.
However, all Olise does is run at people.
Yeah, literally the opposite.
Like, honestly, if he stands off Olise anywhere around the box, Olise is shooting.
Or he passes it out of play. He's either a shot or he passes it out of play. And there's no in between.
We got Niall inside. Even Rich Jordan, Dan number 1, and who is Daniel? Who is Daniel? Dan number 2.
It's now. He's got an old Sunday name. The big shit house.
And Olise or Zaha will rip Eric Peters to shreds. Let's hope so. Let's go into score prediction actually. So we did this last time round. I think you kicked this whole thing off, Dan. I think you were our first guest when we did this, and obviously Jordan wasn't around at the time. It's been interesting. Obviously, we've missed a few games due to midweek games, and actually, one of us have been at the game, so we've kind of missed previews and all sorts. So the last round of fixtures, a couple of weeks back, these were the standings. So I managed to get a few predictions correct. Absolutely spot on. Look, this is the United game. So it's been a while back since we've done one and such. And this is the current score. Now, bear in mind.
Can I just say, Rich, you would not have put that on the screen if your score was the same as guest.
It never has been. So basically, Jordan was like 3 weeks behind in this as well. So it's not your fault, Dan. Some of the other guests have laid slack. I reckon.
Is it slack or am I doing well?
No, it's both. No, whatever. Like, I reckon JC 3 weeks. I think you catch him.
All right.
I reckon you catch him in 3 weeks. Right. Dan, you're gonna have to do the. Right, we'll take yours as Nate's, but I won't be surprised if Nate's like, no, and sends his own ones in the group. So we'll get you involved anyway. This is all working right. Oh, shock horror. The magic wheel on keynotes. Brilliant. That's why you always get the backup.
Old reliable.
Oh, I love it. Old school. Love it.
Listen, let's teach him, you've always got to be prepared.
Proper.
Hey, Rich, you will need that pen and paper when we're all on the front line sending messages to loved ones, don't worry, in a couple of weeks.
This is it.
It's like I said to the missus earlier, I said I couldn't believe it. I said, all these people I've met on YouTube, I'm gonna be fighting on the front line with them in a couple of weeks. I'm well looking forward to it.
Nah, I'm breaking my legs. I'm not getting drafted. I'm gonna tactically fall out my window.
I'm just gonna go on Mrs. Doubtfire and just become a sewing machinist. Sod it, I'm just doing it.
I'm gonna tell him I'm unvaccinated.
I will cough on them. I will cough on our own troops. I will be sabotaged.
Chernobyl's nothing. Chernobyl's nothing. I'm unvaccinated.
Yeah. No one can touch this shit.
It's probably the only way
I've got years of Call of Duty experience. You can't touch me. Oh man!
I just hope I get a foul and then I'm sorted.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, I'm playing in a football tournament tomorrow, which should be fun. Representing Burnley over in Blackburn. To be fair, so fingers crossed that should go all right.
Tasty.
That is very tasty.
It will. Don't worry. I'll be sharpening my studs at the end of this. Live. Don't worry about it.
It depends what position you're playing. Then we can go from there.
I'm like Patrice Evra. I start at the back. I end up being up front, and then decide to come back for the last 5 minutes.
All right. So just make sure you 2 foot their striker, and then we're all good.
The last time I fouled anybody for Blackburn was Phil Jones. Funnily enough, when Phil Jones were at Blackburn College, I ended up fouling him, and he's like, "Fucking referee," with his dog ugly like face. And then just that was the last time I played against somebody for Blackburn. To be fair, was Phil Jones for college. But you know, I'm sat here, year 7. I met Jay Rodriguez and told him he won't make it as a footballer, and yet I'm sat here and he's being paid to play in the football. Fun times.
Oh wow. Patrice ever loved salmonella. Oh, sorry. Going back to this, I think JC. You know what? I think that was referring to Nate. You know.
Maybe Nate Sharma.
Nate Sharma. big up Kevin Benson says the Kiwi Eagles looking forward to another. Whoa, you're from New Zealand.
Oh, mad.
Oh,
Chris Wood shit. Chris Wood is shit. Chris Wood is shit.
He's hating. Kevin Benson, if you are from New Zealand, please confirm that in the comments.
Eagles
I'll have to
abroad,
reach out. Another
New
Eagles
Zealand.
abroad episode. Oh, that'll be wicked. Right, first game. Should we have the guests go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Southampton, Norwich.
0-0.
Wow. Statman.
2-0 Southampton, I think. They're doing well.
JC.
I'm going to say 1-0.
I'm doing this for Nate, honestly. I might go 0-0 for them all just to piss him off.
You're doing it for the guests.
Yeah, well, okay. For Nate's -1.
Dan, you're doing it for yourself. Statman's going to do it for Nate if Nate can't do it. But I won't be surprised if Nate just sends it in the group chat.
Fair point.
So, look, I've already made a list of 5 columns just in case.
That handwriting's crystal clear.
The handwriting's terrible. It's so horrible. Right, so Dan, you're doing it for yourself. Are you still saying 0-0?
Yeah, still 0-0.
Fair enough. I'm going to go 2-0 Southampton. Next one. Oh, this is interesting. Both teams are terrible form. Leeds versus Spurs.
Spurs 1-0.
Statman?
Exactly the same, 1-0 Spurs.
JC?
Spurs 2-0.
I've got Spurs 2-1. Right. You can't do Arsenal Liverpool because that's postponed due to Liverpool and Chelsea are playing the Cup final. Oh, hold on. Auckland, New Zealand, and found for 40 years. And
Wow,
Wood is now more. Right. Kevin Benson, if you are not following the Twitter, drop a DM. I'll put the Twitter in here. We'd like to speak to you about how you became a Palace fan.
Respect that.
That's amazing. Because we've had 2 from Australia, 1 from Jamaica, 1 from Sweden, 1 from the United States.
Have you ever read any from London yet?
Hey.
Hey!
I saw we had a Rwanda one there for a little
Yeah,
while.
someone messaged me from. Yeah, I kind of deleted. Someone
That's
messaged me
done now.
saying, "Oh, I'm from Rwanda." I was like, "Oh yeah, hit me up, couldn't it?" I haven't said anything. So yeah, Kevin, this is a Twitter handle. Just drop me a DM. It'd be great to speak to you.
Well, we can do the Spurs community.
We had Japan as well.
Oh yeah.
We're getting there. Yes,
Isn't it? We done Egypt with the Spurs community as well. We did that one.
Speaking of Hamza, thoughts on the game yesterday against Burnley? No, big up Hamza. Hamza is a United
big up
fan.
Hamza.
He's a United fan. All right. Next up, Brentford, Newcastle.
Tough one.
That's a tough one.
Newcastle 2-1. Typical Brentford to turn up with like 5 minutes of the game.
So you're on Brentford 2-1.
Newcastle 2-1.
Oh, Newcastle 2-1.
Yeah.
Statman?
Sorry, who are Newcastle playing? I keep cutting out again.
Away to Brentford.
Oh, cheers. I I'm going to say 1-1.
JC?
Does anyone know if Tony's back?
I don't think he's injured, you know. I have a sneaky feeling he's been benched because of his comments.
Fuck Brentford. I think if he's still not back, it's got to be 2-0 Newcastle, man. They're on a bit of a high, and they've won 3 out of their last 5.
Yeah,
and they're unbeaten in their last 5
Ideally,
as
we
well.
could do with that being a draw, couldn't we? Really, in terms of where, depending on our fixture, if either of our sides get the 3 points, we could do with that one finishing a point apiece.
Well, yeah. To be fair, if Newcastle lose and Burnley win, then you guys leapfrog Newcastle out of the relegation with a game in hand.
Yeah, I mean, we'd level. We'd still go ahead. No, we'd still be level on points if they get a point as well, and obviously we win. Plus we've got the better goal difference.
I say if they lose.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You went 2-0, didn't you?
Yeah, 2-0 Newcastle.
I reckon Brentford will score, so I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle. I'm just trying to think. Trippier's injured. Nah, I think Newcastle will be fine. Seaweeds versus Villa.
2 teams that are in shit form. Villa 1-0.
Yeah, you're already our favourite guest.
All right, then, fine. Seaweeds 3-0.
No, I hate you. Statman?
I'm going to go... Hey, can you hear me?
Dan Sharma.
Oh, mate, honestly, this Wi-Fi is not doing bits.
The reason why I will let Dan off, he's in Brazil.
Yeah. He's not on the underground.
And he's not at home in Ireland. Go ahead.
I'm gonna. Let's go. I want to say 5-0 Villa, but I feel that might be a bit silly. 2-0 Villa.
GC?
I think 3-1 Villa. I think Aaron Ramsey will get a brace.
Brace.
I mean, not Aaron Ramsey, Jacob Ramsey. You know what? Yeah, I should just not say anything. Just say I should have just said Ramsey, innit?
Just say the score.
3-1 Villa.
Oh man, I'm going 2-0 Villa.
It could be worse. You could have said Alf Ramsey or something like that.
No, I fucked up saying I fucked up saying brace. One, I think that was against Burnley. Actually, I think it was a preview last time. I'm pretty sure I said that Benteke will get a brace for the winner at 1-0. So yeah, I'm very good at this prediction stuff, Dan. If you haven't noticed.
Oh man, where are we at? The big one, Palace, Burnley.
Any point on the road, I would take. Where's the fucking goals coming from?
It's fucking raw.
I'll take a point. I'll take a point, really. I know we need all 3, but I'm going to say it's only going to be a 4-goal thrill. I'm going to go 2-2.
Statman? Okay, we'll come back to Statman. JC? Statman looks like a proper mugshot there.
Oh, Statman's back again.
No,
And he's gone.
Gone.
It's all gone. What was the fixture again? I was distracted by.
Palace Burnley.
Ah.
Oh, you having a bear?
I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Patrick Speroni 1-0.
He's taking the piss now. Does that deserve a sin bin? I think it does.
Don't disrespect our legend.
It's not your debut anymore. I'm gonna say 3-1 Palace. Actually, I think if you guys come with your new style of Burnley, I think we could do pretty well. We ain't got.
I
any
wish we never took
injuries.
the piss now. Sorry, Jordan.
And we have a right back, so you can't exploit Ward anymore.
Kevin saying 2-2 VAR's the winner.
Yeah, VAR will give the penalty to Liverpool.
We're conceding the set piece. So, yeah.
Oh, stat man.
I'm
Let me
back.
say 2-1. I'll say 2-1 Palace.
Stat man. Burnley Palace before your internet goes again.
Brazil's not blessed with good Wi-Fi. I'm going to say 2-1 Palace.
You know what, Statman, I think it's even safer if we just get all your predictions in before. So next is, we'll do all the Statmans and then we'll come back to the rest of us just in case
Nice.
the connections are a bit mad.
Thank you.
Man United, Watford, Statman.
I'm going to go a bit rogue. I'm going to say 1.
So Statman, I actually didn't hear the score because it did cut up.
1. Rogue.
1-1. Dan?
United 2-0.
JC?
I think United will win that 3-0.
I'm wondering whether Watford will score. I'm just thinking about if they attack United's fullbacks.
But who with? Josh King's injured as well.
They need to find someone to go and just keep Dennis on the left and Saar on the right. Because Saar up against Luke Shaw will be that'll be nuts.
Is your Pedro still fit?
No.
I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm gonna go 2-1 United. I'm sure Watford will score. In fact, you know what? The next one we'll ask Statman Dan. Everton City and then West Ham Wolves, Statman.
West Ham. Wait, so was it West Ham, Everton?
Everton versus City.
Oh, Everton City. Oh, that's a 3-0 City. They're going to batter them.
And West Ham Wolves.
Sorry, what was that last one? West Ham who, sorry?
Wolves.
Oh, 1-0 Wolves all day long.
Sweet. We've got all the Statman's predictions up. Dan, Everton City.
City whitewash 5-0.
And you might as well give West Ham Wolves as well.
1-1.
JC?
I think City Everton will be 4-1. And I think Wolves will win 2-1.
I'm going 3-0 City and 2-1 or 2-0. I'm going to go 2-0. Go 2-0 Wolves. I mean, the defensive record's pretty impressive, to be fair to them. So there, that's it. I think that covers all the predictions.
Apart from Tuesday, when we absolutely annihilate Leicester.
And they're in terrible form, to be fair to them.
Perfect time to play them.
Right. I'm going to make the assumption that this is one of our Botafogo
Yes.
Dan, please translate.
I'm not sure what Tamo means, but Junto is together. Rapaziada, I'm not sure. And the last one's Kisses.
Wicked. Well, anyway, salute to you. Thanks for tuning in.
Big up Botafogo.
Big up Botafogo.
I've seen their link with Luis Suarez.
Yeah. Yeah, and if this news, obviously Nikki sent some news out that text us looking at buying Porto as well.
Yeah.
If that happens, oh my.
I'm wondering if he's got enough money to give us all money in the transfer window. That's what I'm thinking more about. Because I get you can loan the youth around, but then if you actually got to buy someone, then I hope he's got it. I hope his pockets are deep enough.
Dan, you did say that people hate your club. You have picked up a fan. Kevin Benson says, Burnley's a team I have zero hate for and cheering for them in every game except against us.
I'll take that, Kevin, every week.
100%. I don't think we should do Eagle and Nipple of the Week because you know that Russia's going to be Nipple of the Week. They've been absolute dicks.
100%.
We should do combined 11.
Yeah, so we'll finish up on a combined 11.
All right, so mate, after Butland's kicking, then there's no other way. I was just skimming through our one at this match on the other leg of when Burnley were at home, and I couldn't find the 11 that we drew up. So this was before we started doing this create formation
on the website
stuff. So I couldn't find the exact team that we picked, but we could just pick out the team. Yeah. So Dan, who are you going for left back?
Just before that, sorry, JC. You know your idea of doing the league table. I think we should start next season.
Yeah, I've already started that one. I've got a little document. I think it's City. I think it's City. I think at the moment. So far, it's. I think it's City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and then I think it's
probably Watford then.
I think after that is Wolves. You know, because I think the Wolves one was pretty decent because that was when they still had Traore.
All right.
Interesting. Non-stat man. What is the left back?
Who's your left back?
Tyreek Mitchell.
Yeah, Eric Peters, based on form recently. Eric Peters has been boss.
All right. Well, as the person who's making this tier list, I'm saying no. But
Dan, listen, it's all right to admit you've not seen us play lately.
All right.
Yeah, that is true.
Well,
to be fair, I should be able to watch more football because half of the Burnley games got called off, so I should be able to watch a few teams, shouldn't
I?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure Mitchell's still the second most successful tackling player in the league, and he's still the throw-in taker in the league. I love that stat. I think he's taken like 87 throw-ins or something like that. It's mad. Right back.
got to go to your guy.
Really?
Matty Klein.
Really? You sure?
Klein.
I mean, I'd say so. Just because I know Connor since Connor Roberts has come in, he's been decent, but I just think we've seen him in a couple of games where we've played together as a team. We've not really seen him put a performance in against when we've been shit. Really, he's not had the chance to showcase that he's head and shoulders above everybody else. So at the moment, we've not seen him sort of put a bad performance in, but that's because as a team, we've collectively not put one in.
Okay. Who are you going for one of your centre backs?
Ben Mee's got to be in there at centre back.
Over Tarkowski?
Yeah.
And this is not just because Tarkowski wants to leave?
No. Tarky's only just started playing. I love how FIFA keeps Charlie Taylor's image over Ben Mee. Tarkowski's had so many mistakes this season. It's only now, since the January window's finished, where he's decided to go, oh shit, better lace my boots up and actually play some decent football. Otherwise, I'm not going to get a good move in the summer. It was almost like he's played with his head turned and knows he were going to go. But it's only now he's started performing and dug deep. So yeah, Ben Mee's always been Mr. Consistent, and as captain as well, can't fault him.
Who are you going for your other centre back?
Anderson.
We'll change that for you.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Gay.
We'll go for our captain now.
I completely forgot about Gay. To be fair,
that's all right. That's
all right. So, who's your other two midfielders, Dan?
Josh Brownhill at the moment is playing like Zinedine Zidane. Can't fault him for that.
He is actually paid well, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
And you've got another free pick here because we're shit in midfield.
Okay. Does Cornet play left or right wing?
Oh snap! Yeah.
Cornet can play left back, striker, goalkeeper, right back. That guy's so just proper utility man.
Could we slot Cornet in at right wing?
Yeah. Him and McNeil have been alternating on the wing.
All right, because he goes there, and Elise is going 10.
Yeah, I thought that's what you're going to do. Fair play.
All right, left wing, Dan.
It's tough because I'm thinking of what you said earlier, Jordan. So it'd potentially be McNeil on the left and Zahar up front, right?
I would rather, if I was going to get a Burnley player in, I would rather go Saar on the left and Weghorst up top.
Yeah.
To put a Burnley player in and kind of balance it out a bit.
What's his stupid name on here? Chanza.
Yeah. My bias head would put JP up top.
Or Edouard.
Or Edouard, yeah. But I am trying to be a bit balanced here. Otherwise,
to be fair, on this team on current form
is actually
decent.
Is very good.
Apart from the right back.
Natty Klein's been all right, even though he's only had 2 games.
He's done all right.
He's been decent.
But yeah, I'm happy with this one.
Oh snap, Macca.
Oh, Jimmy Mac. But does he get in front? Does he get in front of Elise and Gallagher?
Nah.
Does he get ahead of Brownhill?
Nah.
Well, we need to put Burnley players in, man. It's a combined 11.
Controversial, but I'd have Jimmy Mac over Gallagher.
Yeah, I would as well.
Based on current form right now, since Jimmy Mac's come back.
Do you think Gallagher's sort of dropped off a little bit?
Gallagher isn't anything without Macca. That's what people don't understand. Is Gallagher's brilliant, but it's because Macca gives him the free rein to do what he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't
Maka
deny
just-
that Gallagher's got the quality to like put the goals away, obviously. Because if he wasn't good, then we wouldn't be talking about him.
True.
But yeah,
I mean,
I think.
that touch yesterday was mad.
Oh yeah, the touch was beautiful,
Unbelievable.
and the cross from Mitchell as well on the volley.
You know, I had to see the replay a few times. I didn't realize his first cross hit Hughes.
Oh, have you? I got a bit nosy on thingy on YouTube earlier, and there's a clip of this Watford fan filming it, and then he's like, "Oh, the cross comes in. Oh, it's
And he
hit
starts laughing.
Hughes. Oh, you're shit." And then he crosses it, and he's like, "Oh no, they're gonna score
Gonna
now."
score here,
And then
yeah.
Gallagher puts it in.
I saw that.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
clip.
love it.
This is a decent side.
And I think that was the same guy that put that tweet out that Zaha's got 1 goal, 1 assist, and 6 yellows. I think it's the same guy.
Mate,
And then
couldn't take more of an L in 24 hours.
yeah, exactly. The whole Palace fan base was like, "I'll make that 3 goals, mate."
This is it. Wicked. I guess we could wrap it up here, you know, guys.
Yeah, I'll add this. I'll add this to the tier list, and then at the
That's quite a
season,
strong side.
yeah, and then at the end of the season, then I'll make a tier list thing,
Yes.
and then we'll see what the top 3 are and what the worst ones are. So
Yeah. Watford might be up there with one of the worst, by the way.
I
And that
think
was us. We were forcing trying to.
I think I think the worst ones I can guess the worst ones would probably be Brentford, Watford, and Norwich.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think we didn't pick anyone. It was only Max Aarons, actually, wasn't it?
It was Max Aarons, but we had to force in that winger that Nate wanted in there.
What, Rashika?
Yeah, that's it, Rashica. But that was a stretch because we had to somehow get Elise out of the team to put him in.
Nah.
And the goalkeeper, but that's it.
Oh,
Wait, no, didn't we pick?
No,
No, didn't we
picked
pick
our
Butland
keeper,
over
yeah.
him? No.
Yeah, because we were like,
Wow.
Yeah, because even Tim
And
Krul's
goal.
not that he's shit. So
Wow.
So score again. Has Mateta scored a home goal yet?
yeah, Norwich at home.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Not
Yeah,
home,
yeah,
Well taken goal.
Very well taken.
it was.
All right. That's the end of the guys. These previews are always fun. Always fun. Got another one coming up. I'm going to let Dan promote that in a minute. Statman Dan. Apart from them
Yes.
finding you in Brazil, what else could they find from you?
So you can find me on my Twitter handle, which is there. It's got all my information on there at the moment because I'm away until the end of April. I'm kind of doing sporadic blogs at the moment, but when I'm back, I aim to do daily blogs, not just about Palace, but mainly about football and tactical analysis. And also, I'm going to try and chuck in some more Brazilian football, as I've been watching quite a lot since I've been here. And I'm also going to start my YouTube back when I'm back, and it'll just be short 1-2 minute videos about football and tactical analysis. And that's it.
Sweet. JC.
Yep, the Twitter app is there as it always is. YouTube channel is Spitfire JC, but you know it's on hiatus until there's another transfer window. So it is what it is.
And then our guest.
Yeah, you can catch me anywhere. As I've said numerous times, I am like shit in a field. I am everywhere. So you can catch me at Morehouse TV, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok as well now. I'm getting down with the kids now. You can always I'm down with the kids.
No. Pause. Pause. You're trying to be cool with the kids.
Dan,
Yes,
You're
yes.
not doing that.
Dan.
Yeah, I realised once I said it.
Yo, you got a primary school teacher in here, bro. You know that's not right.
That's it. I've got CQC knocking at my door tomorrow morning. No,
FBI,
honestly,
open up.
yeah, just trying to do bits, trying to be cool. But I'm playing it cool. But yeah, you can catch us on podcast platforms as well: Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. And yeah, we've got a cracking guest coming on at 9:00 as well to preview Saturday's game as well.
I don't know if I should come on now.
Yeah, trust me, we don't have to. Hey, yo, Rich, we don't have to pull this one.
I might have to trim it. Guys, as always, I special like on the stream. Oh man, continue to share the channel. Road to 1K. Where
One chip challenge is coming.
Step 1 chip challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to hold 8 minutes. To be fair, I'm gonna have all my youngsters here.
What do you like with Spice though?
I'm alright with Spice, but I'm not going to be ignorant to it. It's probably, you know what I mean. But the thing is, I'm doing it at the beginning of the stream and then doing the preview.
Ouch.
So
Yeah,
I'm
so you-
trying and
Yeah, so you
maintain-
got we'll come in, we'll intro it, and then he yams it, and then we do the preview.
yeah. But the preview will be on a Friday because I don't see myself going into work. And so yeah, that's continue to like, share, subscribe. Please, obviously, subscribe to Moorehouse TV. And you know what? If you want to see more content from Dan, and I'll be joining him at 9 p.m. Just come over. Just come over to Turf Moorehouse TV on YouTube. I'll tweet that out anyway. I think I've retweeted it, but I'll tweet it again when we go live. So yeah, guys, love as always. And as we always end by saying,
Up the palace.
up the palace.
Eagles.
Eagles.